Hello, Sim friends. I have an original build for you, and this is of a luxury mansion. And I wanted to do a red and silver type of theme, and I had used the white tinted glam mansion windows throughout the build. And the front door, I couldn't decide, so I just used this gated front door. It, it seemed like a little bit of a luxury, so why not? And I have some trees out front. And then once you enter in, you come into an entryway, and I have a hat and shoe rack, as well as a coat rack. And then I have the lavish gold, I think, no, the lavish silver, the buffet. And I have some knickknacks there. And then I have, and then here is the living room. I use the red art, the deco, the couches, and I use the art deco bookshelf. I believe that's what that is. And I use the beige glass as a fireplace, as well as a TV. And I use the white glamour stairs. And then here is the dining room. I had used these silver chairs and the gray glamour, the dining, the table, and then some wall hangings. And then here is the kitchen. I used the red and silver art deco, the countertops. And the stove, I believe, is the red glamour stove. So I wanted to use kind of a combination of the art deco and the glamour items. And then here is the second floor. I have some wall hangings in the hallway, and I use the silver, the deco doors. And then here is the laundry room. I had used the garage items and the industrial white, the countertops. And then here is the bathroom. I used the silver deco bath, and then the silver Navu shower, and then the silver sink, and then of course, like the toilet. And then here is a bedroom with the art deco bed. And then I had used a wardrobe and a dresser. And then here is the other bedroom with the white loft bed and the gray Scandi, the countertops as nightstands, and then a wardrobe and a dresser. I know I meant to put a computer in each room, but that never ended up happening. So here is the other bedroom with the wabi sabi bed, the tan Scandi, the countertops, and then a dresser and the wardrobes. And then here is the third floor, again with the same doors as on the second floor. And then in this bedroom, I used that older brown bed, and then a wardrobe and a dresser. I forget what that wardrobe is called, but it's cute. And then I have some wall hangings up. And then here is this bedroom. I did it in pinks. So I had used the pink nightstands and the pink bed, and and then a dresser, and the wardrobes. And then here is the other bedroom. I used that brown bed and then a dresser and a wardrobe. It's like the same in each, right in each the bedroom. And then here is the other bathroom. Again, it's the same as the second floor of the bathroom. So I'd use the same items. And then here is the fourth floor. So so on the balcony, I have a hot tub and a table and chairs. And then here is like a conference room, and I had put a conference style, the TV, up on the wall, and then I put the whiteboard and some other wall hangings. And then here is the hallway with some wall hangings. And then here is the office. I have a computer and some chairs and then some wall hangings. And then I have the bookshelf. I think it's the Art Deco bookshelf. And that is the remodel. And then here is the floor plans. I started from the fourth floor and I'm going down. So in case you like this build and you want to recreate it, you could just pause and look at each room. This was a pretty simple build. I really like how it turned out. And I've really been into doing themes in my builds. So, and I'm trying to use items that I have not used in a very long time, because I tend to use items that I always use, and then everything ends up looking the same, boring. It's like you don't want to see the same things over and over again. So I wanted to use what I have not used in a long time. And so I hope you enjoyed this build.